I don't know who's here or who's gonna pop in. So I decided to go live. And I'm gonna wait a few minutes. This is I want to apologize, guys, because it's hard for me to schedule my lives right now, but I can pop in and chat with y'all, which is what I'm going to be trying to do, is popping in and chatting, because things just be on my mind and I want to talk about them. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't have girlfriends or nothing like that are like right here that I can say, hey, you know, just to chat. I could call some people on the phone, but I was sitting here and I'm thinking, not just right now, but I've been thinking over time about this. You need to face it. And what I'm talking about is, you know, that point in your life where, you know, you say, oh, I'm still young. And I am, according to a lot of people. And they'll say, girl, you still young, stop. Yeah. But then, you know, it's some things that happen to you, like with your body, with your memory, that your kids make you feel older, all that good stuff. Like the stuff that you did when you was little, that your mama used to do, that you used to be like, Mom, you old, stop trying to be young, type of thing. Yeah, all those things just hit you like, you be like, oh, okay, really? All right, so I'm getting older. Hey girl, Becky, hi, how are you, Becky? And how do you deal with those? Like people that are like, I mean, it's just like that 30 point. When you go back to when you were like 21, 22, it was like 30 was that mark where you were like really grown and getting old. And you hear a lot of people, like younger girls, say, oh, that girl was she like 30 something trying to mess with these young dudes with her old self. And I'm like, oh, I'm over 30, like pushing 40. Like, am I old like that? Like, are we considered old like that? How you doing, Annie? I'm doing good. My birthday was yesterday and I had an awesome, relaxing birthday. It was awesome. And I don't know, it's crazy. And this is the reason why I did this video as well, is because the older that you get, the more that certain stuff that used to be exciting isn't as exciting anymore. It's just the simple things that make you happy, the simple things that make you smile, the simple things that make you feel loved. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's just like knowing that I have love that, bro. Thank you, Rebecca. It's simple things that make you feel loved and simple things that make you feel just wanted, needed, and embraced by those that you love. And I was just thinking about that. I said, wow, that's when I feel like you really know that you're maturing, you're gaining knowledge, which in turn you gain the wisdom to know that things don't make, they're good. My hubby and her cooking dinner and the kids are upstairs fiddling with their electronics. I let them stay up. I don't really do a bedtime like that with my kids. Hey, Cindy. So my thing is this with them, and y'all know I be all over the place trying to answer stuff. As long as they show me they can get up and their grades can stay consistent, we ain't going to pound the bedtime, go to bed at this time, go to bed at this time. But once you start showing me that you can't stay up in school and your grades are looking like they're being affected by you not getting enough sleep, then we about to pound that bedtime in. So yeah, but so they're good. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, so it's like when birthdays come, you thinking about it, like, oh, my birthday, what am I gonna do? And then when it comes, it's like, you know what, I just want to do this. So my hubby made me a butter pecan cake, and I literally just ate some with some ice cream. Like literally, I kid you not, just ate some with some vanilla bean ice cream. It was so bomb. And he made me a crab boil. It had sausage, corn. Hey, how are you, babes? How are you? It had sausage, corn, shrimps, crab legs, and potatoes. And that was my crab boil. So I had that for my birthday. And then, as you know, one of my YouTube sisters ended up ordering me food from Georgia. So she surprised me. She was like, girl, make sure you have your camera when you go to the door. I'm like, for what? What are you doing? Like, you're not here. What? And she ordered me some pizza and some cinnamon sticks from Georgia. I cracked up. That pizza was so good, y'all. It was so good. You chilling, girl? That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm trying to do. I actually just did a haul. So that will be coming out. I don't know when, because I got multiple videos I gotta release to y'all that I gotta finish editing and do thumbnails and stuff. But I've been chilling. I just did a video. I did a haul, a long haul, and shared that. Wanted to share that with you guys. So I gotta edit that and get that in my camera, along with some organization and some deep cleaning that I did in my house. But the haul that I just did had some things that I needed to do, some organization videos, some more organization videos. So yeah. But so yeah, I'm just chilling. And what I was thinking about is the fact that when you do get older and when you have experienced things and when you see things in life that are just like exciting as you're growing up, you got things that are exciting, things that make you laugh, make you smile and stuff like that. It really changes as you get older. Everything is not funny like it used to be, because things that were funny when you were younger was in your immaturity and not understanding and knowing certain things. I mean, we can go back all the way down to like an 8 or 9 year old laughing at stuff that later, maybe once you're 16, 17, not going to laugh at it. When you're 16, 17, you're not going to laugh at the same things when you're 21, 25, and vice versa. You get what I'm saying? Some things aren't funny. Some things aren't accepted. Some things are not amusing. Some things are not exciting as you get older. And it's funny because me and my husband was talking. And he was like, well, what you want to do for your birthday? And he always asks me that, if he don't have nothing planned or we didn't really talk about anything. I'm like, well, I don't really have nothing major in mind. I really don't want to do too much now because my birthday is in the winter and it is cold here. It's like been 7, 8 degrees, and the last couple weeks, like weeks before, it's been even lower than that. So I'm like, we could just chill and do something, just chill. And we'll do something later. My anniversary was the 5th. My oldest daughter's birthday was the 7th, and then my birthday was the 15th. So January is like a big month with a lot going on. And when I was relaxing yesterday, people were like, you're not doing nothing? I'm like, nah, it's a lot going on out there. And I feel like if I got what I need in my house, why go spend money just because it's my birthday? Why do I have to go do that just because it's my birthday? I have to spend all this money or have him spend all his money and do all this stuff. I still got to live after my birthday, and it's nice to do those things. I'm not saying that I would never do them, and I don't do them, but it doesn't have to be done like that all the time. Long as I'm smiling, long as I'm happy, they are breathing, we're all breathing, we're loving on one another, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. You get what I'm saying? They gave me breakfast in bed. They gave me all my cards and all that good stuff, and dinner was bomb. The cake and stuff was bomb, and we laughed. My husband did something so funny, y'all. He had a thermal on, right? But the kids told me to come down. I don't know if I'm going to share it or whatever. They called themselves recording me. I don't know how much they got of it. So he said, babe, come downstairs. And when I come downstairs, he got a suit, a black suit, like a suit to a formal suit, a top, a jacket, a blazer, I'm sorry. And he got a thermal on with a nice black hat. It was so funny. And I'm like, no, people could see your feet. He had his house shoes and some socks that went way up his leg with some basketball shorts on. But from the top, he looked like he was, Mr. Butler, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, Mr. Belvedere. And so he was pouring my wine with the little thing on his arm. It was just too funny. It was too funny. So stuff like that is what makes me laugh. Stuff like that is what makes me smile. And it made me happy. I was happy for my birthday. So I didn't do nothing real fancy, as people will say, but it was fancy for me and it was enjoyable for me. And like I said, I know the older you get, things are not as amusing as they was when you were younger. I definitely think when you find peace, you don't need as much. And you are so right. You are so right. You can appreciate what you already have. That's what I think. That's what you was going to say. You are so right. And I'm trying to grasp that even more. And that comes along with me doing the purges and all that decluttering and stuff. Hi from Buffalo. Hey, how are you? I seen that you had commented on something the other day. Have I met you in person? Or did you just find me and you happen to be from Buffalo? So yeah, I'm starting to come to grips with that I smile when I can see that my house is coming into what I want it to be. It's transforming into what I want it to be. My children are happy and healthy, and my husband is happy and healthy, and that's what makes me smile. That's what makes me excited. And that birthday is one day. It's one day and then it's over. And sometimes people, and I know this to be true, can go all out for one day and then feel bad after the fact. I can say I was happy then and I still feel the same way after because I didn't do all of that. You get what I'm saying? I didn't do all of that. It's not that serious to me because I'm so frugal that in my mind I'm thinking, okay, so right, how much is it? No, we don't need that. No, we don't. No, that's okay. So this is what we gonna do. You get what I'm saying? This is what we gonna do. This is how we gonna do this. We go, right. Do they got a Groupon? Is it a coupon or something? You get what I'm saying? That's how I be thinking. Is it a coupon? Is it a Groupon? Well, I don't want it. I ain't no. Is it some percentage of? Well, I ain't trying to get it. I don't want to do it because the after effect of your decisions is always the worst than when you're going into that thing or doing that thing. And I'm just not trying to go all out just to say, oh, I did this for my birthday. Unless it's something that I can say it's a thing on a bucket list and something that I really, really want to do. And when you say you can afford it, that means you have that amount times 4, 5, 6 times still sitting there that does not need to be touched without a problem. If you can't do that, you can't afford it. That's how I feel. That's me. And that's what I try to think and teach my children too. Like, just because you have $20 and that thing is $17, you can't afford it because that thing is going to deplete you by over 90% of your money when you buy it. So that means you can't afford it. So let's not spend our money that way. Let's not do those things. And remember when I told y'all, it's not just me, even my children. I don't do them all birthday parties that are all extravagant and go all out. We don't do that because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not bringing gifts. If they do, it's not even, it's like something usually a kid ain't going to use, can't fit, or don't want most of the time because they're just trying to grab something just to make it seem like they bought something. And then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I done spent like $500 on this birthday party for a kid when I could have asked my child, what is something that you really want? Took them to the store, had a nice dinner, and we just enjoyed each other and spent less than $100, $150. I'm definitely in that same state of mind. You can afford it when your money is working for you. Yes, I get you and your logic on being frugal. You gotta be. You gotta be. It's so many things that pop up and can happen and you just don't know. You know, when people talk about emergency funds and all those different things, that stuff is very important. Y'all know every time I talk about live, every time I go on live and I'm talking about being frugal, I say the same thing. I'm not changing. I'm not switching up or anything. And a lot of times, my husband, he even tell me because when I say I am frugal, it's stuff that I don't want to get. It's stuff that I don't be wanting. But he's like, babe, come on now. Okay, yeah, right. We're good. Just, you can get that. Or it's fine. And he has to talk me into getting certain stuff. I'm like, no, we should just get one, right? Or we don't really need it, do we? He like, babe, go ahead and get it. It's only $3. It'd be stuff like that where he be trying to tell me to go ahead and do it. And I have to think like, yeah, I'm frugal, but I don't want to be to the point where I'm so frugal that my mind is always thinking about what I'm spending and what I shouldn't spend. I just want it to be a conscious decision to just be within my realm, which is not above, not at, is below my means. That's how I try to live. That's how I try to live. So when I buy something, I don't look back like, dang, I just spent that $100. No. If I'm just spending that on something, I want to make sure that my account looks so compatible as far as to the fact that, oh, that was nothing. You're so right. I watched the video yesterday on being able to afford to die. You not only need a savings fund, you need a fund for the inevitable. Not something I like to think. I'm definitely waking up. Exactly. You do. You definitely do. And I'm trying to get my baby out of that. She can get money and her little butt. I'm like, where your money? It be gone. She get it and she just enjoys herself. And I know she's only 15. She's my middle daughter. But I just want to get her out of that. Now, my 9-year-old girl, I told y'all in a lot of my lives, Rizzy don't play about spending her money. And she asked me what I wanted for my birthday. She was like, Mommy, just take $20 out of my money and get you something. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because she literally saves her money. And it's going to be time for us to go to the bank again to do a deposit. Because Rizzy does not spend. She does not spend. She literally lets her money accumulate till she get hundreds of dollars. And then she's ready to put it away and start all over with her money or whatever. But I'm trying to teach them that. Because I see so many people so many people. I told y'all this before where I was working with this girl and the girl was like, oh, I got to find another bank because my bank is in a negative 200 and something dollars. And I'm just like, wow. But it's crazy. So many people live like that. So many people live off their overdraft. So many people live in a negative. So many people live paycheck to paycheck or penny to penny. You get what I'm saying? Some people paycheck ain't even enough to take care of what they need. And it's like, how do you get out of that cycle? Where do you go? Where do you begin? How do you start? Or even with debt and credit and stuff like that, you know, having to pull yourself out of the credit slump and then you get back in. And I've done it so many times. I pay off everything and then slowly, boop, 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 start again. The car's used up again. Then I'm like, okay, this is not cool, because I don't like the feeling of owing somebody and it's just sitting there and all I'm doing is paying the minimum balance because that's all I can afford. Technically really can't afford that, but I'm doing it because I'm trying not to have a bigger impact on my credit score because I did not pay or I paid late or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it's so important that we teach our kids that. Once you start doing this stuff when they're younger, I promise you it won't be a thing for them later. It won't be a thing for I came on here to tell you I live for your... Thank you, babe. Thank you so much. Once you start talking to them and getting this into them early, it's going to be their lifestyle and it's going to be just what they know. So it's not going to be something that impacts them later. But God makes no mistake, because I need to hear this. Oh, thank you so much. I am Roxy. Hey, girl. Your mukbangs, though. It's so important, especially in a lot of our communities. We never get out of those cycles. I want to pass on something to my kids and make their lives easier. And that's why, and that's what my driving force is. Definitely. And one of my subscribers, I don't know if she's on here, but she's also a YouTube sister. She was talking about building a legacy in her live a while ago. And that is so true. We need to try to find something to build and leave for our next generations to come. What are you leaving? What are you leaving? Are you leaving a house full of stuff? Are you leaving a house full of things? Are you leaving you know, things that really don't have no value? They were valuable to you because that's something that you purchased because they made you happy at the moment. But what could your kids do with those things when you go? What could your kids do with those things when you leave? Can they basically benefit off of them? And those eyebrows, though. Ah, thank you, boo. Thank you. I got a pimple in this one. And this, it really, ooh, I had the shade in that mug. But listen, what could you leave? What could you leave that is actually, sometimes we can't leave money. But can you leave invaluable lessons to teach them how to be financially stable and live below their means? You get what I'm saying? Maybe, because like I tell y'all, y'all hear me say this all the time. We all know our birth date, but we do not know our death date. So with that being said, what are you leaving for your family? At least have life insurance policies. When I had my first child, I did not play. I have never not had life insurance since I was 19. Never. And I don't play about it. Why? Because it was instilled in me by somebody important to me. I never, even though I didn't have the right policy at that time, now I know more about it. Sorry, I feel like my nose itching. Right, I did the same thing when I had my first. Yes, girl, I had Gerber. That Gerber life insurance. Did you have that too? I had the Gerber life insurance. But even though I didn't know much about insurance until later on I became an agent, I just knew, just in case, we had a little $20,000 policy. My baby had a little, I think it was $10,000 policy. What if you can't get life insurance because of your health? You know what? That is something hard to respond to, because that is the truth. It is the truth. And that's why you have to do it early. You have, like, for instance, my oldest daughter, once she turned 18, with the policy that I had on her, it automatically quadrupled to 100,000. So now my kids are set. They've already had policies put on them from me. They rode off of me. So once they hit 18, now they have an adult policy, but I'm not giving it to them. I'm going to still keep them and still pay on them. So if something happens to me, they'll know about it and they continue paying on theirs themselves. But they'll have mine. They'll have their dad's if something happened to us, but they'll also have their own to start off something for my grandkids. And what they can do is add on to that before they get sick. This is what you're supposed to teach your kids now. This is what you're supposed to talk to them about now. That is so important, because I had so many people that it hurt me to walk away from people because they had high blood pressure, cancer, ailments that a lot of times it's hard to insure them people. They're uninsurable in certain situations. And then there are places that will insure them, but the people can't afford the policies because they're paying like $300 to $400 a month to get a decent policy. And decent meaning the purpose of life insurance, and people don't realize this, is to ensure that your loved ones continue to live the lifestyle that they live before anything happens to you. It's not just about just leaving money just to be leaving money, but that's a good thing. But if something happens to me, my kids can still go to college. Money set aside for them to go to college, but also money set aside for them to start businesses or do something with it. And if something happens to me before my two younger ones are 18, I have it set up where they can get a certain amount at 18 and then they'll get a certain amount at 20 or get the rest of it at 21. But having wills and all those things make so much more. I agree so much with leaving more than just money. Building legacy absolutely includes the importance of lessons and lessons. Yes, our money, so our children, exactly. You are so right. And you can't say that enough. Not only that, but just the creation of memories. I tell people with Growing with the Greens, I tell people so much. I said, you can give a child something and think back to your 7th birthday. Do you remember your 7th birthday? Some may, because it might have been a time where they met somebody in their life, like a parent or a sibling, or did something that was so extravagant that they remember it and it's embedded in their memory. But then most of the times they don't. And the reason I say that is because I asked my daughter, that's 15 now, I said, you remember your 7th birthday? And she was like, ew, no, Mom. I said, you don't remember that doll you wanted? I remembered it because she felt like that was her life and she had to have it. She had to have this doll and she had to have these other little things that she wanted. But I remember that doll vividly. She did get it. But at the end of the day, the doll was really expensive and she didn't play with it long. So that's why I say you cannot raise your children up thinking that things is what keep them happy, because if it was, they will remember that thing. What keeps them happy is the love that you give them, the attention you give them, the time and energy that you give to them, and the memories you create, because memories cannot go anywhere. The things that you do that are so little, back to what I said about the older you get, some things aren't important. It's just the memories and creating time and just the happiness that you have with your family is more important. Okay, what he says, because I tried to get life insurance for myself, but because I'm a diabetic, they won't give it to me. Now, there are some places, there are quite a few places that will, depending on your age, it just costs a lot. No, I have not, but would be a pleasure to meet you. I just found you looking for DIYs on the tube. Love your style and your videos. Oh my gosh, so you in the same city with me. I thought I might have met you. Okay, well, make sure you inbox me. Maybe we can have lunch or something like that. I understand exactly what you're saying about the life insurance. My mother had policies on us, but she put them in my brother's name and he cashed them. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I kid you not, guys. I was just talking to my husband. I said, who would we leave our kids to if something happens to us? Because a lot of people say, oh, my mama. No, because see, a lot of times I know what I want for my kids and I know how I want them to be raised. And a lot of times it may not be that mama or that daddy that's going to do it. It could be a best friend. It could be a great aunt. It could be somebody else that may do better with your child than your mama. Just because it's your mama, that don't mean they're going to do good by your children. Because sometimes they didn't do good by you. You know what I mean? You better say it. My children are starting to see that things are not feelings. Okay? They're not. They're not. And it was an incident that happened with my 15-year-old and my 19-year-old, both of them. I always say this to them. When they're going through something in life, and this is something y'all need to, the terrible, Nicole, but Carmen, shaking my head. That's terrible, Cherie. Nicole. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I feel like I'm getting a cold. Okay. So listen. This is what I tell my children. And the crazy part, y'all, is I was able to see it manifest And then it also was a life learning lesson for my daughters, both of them. So at one point in time when we relocated from South Carolina to New York, right? My 15-year-old was, oh, her life was over. You could not tell her nothing about the fact that I am uprooting her and taking her from South Carolina to New York. And that's all she knows. She born and raised basically there. And it's like, okay, now we're going somewhere different. Okay. And well, Rizzy was born and raised there. Naya was 2, I think. You basically maybe 1, 2, I think she was. But anyway, so look, they did not want to come here. Now, if I try to get them to leave, they're going to feel like I'm doing the same thing from here to there. And I said, remember when it seemed to you like everything, your life was over and you couldn't do it? You didn't think you was going to make it here. You didn't think this was going to be a good idea. I said, remember what mommy told you? I said, everything in life has to change. You have to be uncomfortable in order for good things to happen. When you're comfortable, that means that nothing is changing. When you're really comfortable, nothing is changing, because uncomfortability comes when change happens because you're unfamiliar with it. So with that being said, you remember how you were? She was like, yeah, mom. She was like, I really didn't want to come. I said, now. I said, and remember when you were in 8th grade, you remember the things that you went through with people in your school and how it seemed like the things that they said and the way that they teased you or different things that they did, it made you feel like your life was over. And I said to you, I said, listen, we're getting older every day. And because we're getting older every day, people that meant something today or meant something yesterday won't mean nothing tomorrow. I said, do you remember all those people that had you coming home crying because you felt like she was so nerdy? That's what she said. Nobody wanted to be around me because they thought she was different. And my baby has a channel. Both of their links is below, so you could check her out. And she has a channel with her little guy friend, and it's called Naya and Nashon, Naya and the ensign NY. I think his name NASHON is Naya and Nashon, and then she has her regular channel down below. So go check them out and tell her I sent you or whatever. But I told her, I said, do you remember those things that made you feel like life was over? And she said, yeah. I said, do you remember those people? She's like, no. I said, because they don't really matter. When people really don't matter and don't have an impact on your life, you forget them. You forget them. I said, so think about it. When mommy tells you it's okay, it's fine. Let them think what they want. God made you the way he wanted you to be. If you are nerdy, if you are geeky, if you are different, that's who you are. Accept it. You get what I'm saying? Accept it. And I try to teach my kids that, because even being on YouTube, I don't want to ever conform to others. You know what I'm saying? I want to be me. Y'all see me. This might come through where I become, so diva and I come on live. But I always tell y'all, usually I'm in my scrubs with all the paint on it and all that, because I'm doing stuff around my house to get my house more of how I want it to be. But I'm not always popping on here and putting on makeup or anything, right? And then I'm real basic with it. I don't do nothing real fancy, just the eyebrows and the little stuff or whatever. But I try to teach my kids that be yourself. Because if you're not being yourself, then whoever God has you to be on this earth and in place to help, you're not going to encounter that person because of the simple fact that you're not being genuine to yourself. When you become genuine to yourself, that's when you find your purpose. That's when you figure out what life is supposed to be about for you. But when you're faking it and trying to be something that you're not and being extra for no reason, you're not going to bump into what's for you, because what's for you can't be attracted by something that is opposite. And they opposites attract in that realm, but what I mean is it's not going to flow in that realm of energy or where you should be, your atmosphere, because you're giving off the vibe of who you are. It's not going to come. It's not going to flow. So just be you, because what's for you is going to come, and what's supposed to be meant to be is going to happen. There's nothing you can do about that. Change is progress. Yes, evolution is character building. Yes. Yes. So that was one thing. And she was like, yeah, mom, I was so sad and so hurt, and I don't even care about them. And when I look back at them now, it's not even no reason why I should have been caring about what they thought. A lot of them not doing good in school. A couple of them, I think not a couple of, I think one of them done had a baby, and one don't even go to school or something crazy. Like, they're not doing nothing really good with themselves right now. So with that being said, I just try to tell my kids, You are the most important person in your life. Focus on you. Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on doing what you can to figure out why you're here. Why am I here? What is my purpose? What do I need to be doing? Why? Because who is for you, friend-wise, people that's supposed to be in your circle, people supposed to be in your atmosphere, all that good stuff is going to happen. That's why you hear me always say in my videos, stick to your script because you're the best at it. God gave us all scripts, and y'all hear me say this a lot too. God gave us all scripts, and you don't need to be looking on nobody else's paper. You need to stay on your paper because your paper's created just for you, and you're the only one that can implement everything that he sees that's going to pan out to make the picture work. So stick to your script. But yeah, we definitely got to focus on being happy without things. Being happy without things. And I did find myself wanting to get certain stuff and wanting to do certain stuff, but I still tried to be frugal. I still got a lot of work to do on my own when it comes to certain things, but I'm frugal still. Even in the midst of doing that, I am still trying to be frugal about it. But I enjoyed my day. I enjoy all the love and all the people telling me happy birthday and all that good stuff. And I just stayed in the bed all day. I came and ate and had my dessert and stuff and went back upstairs and was watching my movies and all that. But I had a nice time. I used to get teased off from my Thank you so much. I hate when people say that. It's a difference between a person that can speak educated. There's no color to someone that speaks correct English and knows how to enunciate their words. There's no freaking color to that. And I hate that because when you say, oh, you speak like this, that's telling me that you're saying that only this particular group of individuals can speak in that manner, that tone, or that way. My mother was a teacher. I educated. My mother was me too. Happy birthday. Oh. Okay. I was always told the same thing. Oh, well, I'm educated, not white. Exactly. If you hear my voicemail, they're like, oh my gosh, like really? I know when to turn on. This is me. This is my talking, my talking, being real. This is me. This is how I talk. But if I need to talk that way, I can also talk that way as well if I needed to. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. You do what you need to do when you have to. But I don't talk that way all the time. I don't talk that way all the time. If I needed to, I will. But it's like, it's not, I'm not gonna downgrade speaking that way because everybody has that when you down to earth talking and you just speaking from the heart. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you that way if I'm speaking. I'm not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking to you how I would talk because I want you to know this is coming from here. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people can talk educated, uneducated, or whatever the case may be, but a lot of people are ignorant to the fact that that difference in talking has nothing to do with the color of your skin. I never really understood why people bully other people because of the way God made them. I was born with one of my hands longer than the other, and every day of my life people talk about it because they're ignorant. Right? I've been called a chameleon because I can switch it. Girl, switch it up. Switch it up is not the word, okay? What you want? How is we doing this? How are we doing this, okay? Like, we can, but or else we can just talk like this, or we can just, we can try to diversify this by, come on now, it's not that serious. But this is how I talk when I'm talking seriously to my people because this is me. You feel what I'm saying? This is me. And then the tones and the way and all, like literally if you can hear my voicemail, all of what I showed you, it sounds totally different. Like totally different. Like I literally have about 5 or 6 friends with my voice on their voicemail. Literally. Because I know how to switch it up. And now my voice is kind of gone. It's kind of raspy right now. But still, yeah, girl, keep doing what you're doing. And if it makes you some coins and you help other people with that educated voice, do you. Okay? Do you. But yeah, so I definitely am going to do more of my lives with talking more about how to implement these things with our children and with our families, which I've been doing already. But I have a notebook full of stuff, and I kept telling y'all I got to get to those things that we talked about. The best thing in the world is that don't nobody look like nobody else. We got our own personal looks. I think she's expressing my own personal look. I think she's expressing my own personal look. I don't get what you're saying. I think I do, but I don't. Nye, could you bring me some tissue, please? Guys, I have a cold. And hold on. It's like it's trying to come. Hey, oh, thank you so much. So, yeah, that's definitely what I want to do more of. It's so hard. That's why I'm on here on a Tuesday, because on the weekends I'm so busy. I want to do more of, I love this, so refreshing, from what's on YT. Thank you so much, Roxy. Sorry, y'all. My nose and everything. But yeah, I want to do more of that. And this is what my lives are about. If you haven't been on my live before, y'all know we get down. We talk about everything. And we got some some topics that we really, really, really need to talk about when it comes to parenting and us as parents implementing things and different things with our children, keeping it real on the tube. Got to. Implementing these things with our children and trying to change things, because it starts with you and your child, like right now. It starts right now. Think about all the things that could have been different in your life if your parents or whoever raised you were able to do things a certain way. That right there, guys, is the one thing that I keep in the back of my mind. What didn't my mom do? What didn't my grandparents do that would have been better for me if they did? Or life would have been different for me, or my outlook would have been different for me if they did do this, that, and the third. And those things are the things that I would try to implement with my children. Those things, I think about it every day. Those things are the things that I want to implement with my girls. And like when they have their birthdays and stuff, when I say my kids so nonchalant about the birthdays and about all, they are so nonchalant. They just be happy and they just smile, and it makes me feel good that I don't have that pressure of them wanting unnecessary stuff. You know, it's times that I did go all out, but I only went all out when it was something like, if you guys been rocking with me, I don't know how long most of you been rocking with me, but years ago, I did a surprise for my daughter, and I did it at the Embassy Suites, and I made custom jewelry for all the girls, and these bags, these different goodie bags with some really nice stuff in them, and I did like a Mardi Gras thing. How old was she then, babe? She had to be about 14 when we did the surprise at Embassy Suites for Sada. She was like 14. She's 19 now, and it was because she had got honored for something at school, and I was so busy. I put it in my calendar, guys. I kid you not. I was on YouTube crying, because how did I, as a parent, forget something so important? And I said, I remember that video, You're So Right, when you don't feel entitled or you're always doing things over the top, even the smallest things mean so much. You are right. You are right. Do you sell your jewelry? Yes, I do. If you go to CPR Designs, Designs is spelled with Z's instead of S on Facebook, you can see a lot of my stuff. And I haven't been doing it since we've been renovating, but you can see a lot of my stuff. And you also can see like the fashion shows and different things, shows that I've done with my jewelry in it. You can see that on Facebook. But and I ship it anywhere, all over the world. I ship it. You just have to pay for the shipping. What was I finna say? So, guys, I felt so bad. Like, I literally was talking about it. I feel like it's a woogie in my nose. I literally was talking about it, and I just couldn't stop crying, because I'm like, how can I call myself a good mom? And I literally missed my baby's ceremony. And they only picked 3 kids out of the whole school, and she was one of them. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like crap. Y'all got to see that video. It was surprise. It's something surprise. Y'all got to go look through my videos and find it. And listen, my baby was so surprised. I had all her friends there, the ones that were really close to her, and I decked the room out. I had a sofa in the Embassy Suite full of all the things she'd been saying she wanted. When I tell you we went all the way out, now that's when I go all the way out. When I'm basically pouring my heart to my child to tell my child, listen, mommy is so sorry, but look, I love you, and this is how much I love you. It's not telling them how much I love them, but y'all get what I'm saying. Surprises and things that's not expected. Things like that, I like to go all out for my loved ones. And I think my baby deserved that because her grades are on point and all that good stuff. So I did do that. But other than that, we don't go all out for birthdays. We definitely don't go all out for birthdays. It's so many times that when they were little, we did. And it's just like, oh, we got these little, okay. I'm not saying I'm being unappreciative, but if you're going to spend money, not telling them, but more showing them exactly. I don't want nobody I don't care if it's $5. I'm the type of person, tell me am I wrong, y'all. I want y'all to answer this question. Am I wrong if somebody buys me something and I tell them that I don't like it? Please tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think so. I'm going to tell you why I don't think so, and then y'all tell me. I think it's not wrong if you love that person that's buying for you, because in turn, what you're doing is, I feel like, it's being selfish, because you're making them spend money on something that you're not going to keep, that you're not going to use, or they can possibly continue buying you things like that. So I feel like I can tell you nicely if I love you. If I don't care, I probably wouldn't say nothing. I'll just throw it to the side. But I don't think so. But delivery is right. Now, let me tell you what I did. I got a gift. And I was so excited and so happy by the gift, because I was surprised that this person was even doing something for me. But when I opened it, it wasn't nothing that I would choose for myself or something that I would like or could do anything with. So I told them, and I told my husband, I said, my thoughts are this. If this person didn't mean nothing to me, I wouldn't say nothing. But because they do, I'm saying something. Because they felt enough in their heart that they wanted to spend their hard-earned money to buy me something, I would never want them to waste money, because I love them. And I'm building a relationship with them. So I tell them, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so, you know what I'm saying? It was so nice that you wanted to buy me something. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. Like, it's really not my style. That's what I said. Was I wrong? Oh, she was so cool. She was cool. She's like my big sister. She was so cool. And we talk all the time. And she was just like, really? She was like, was it something you could do with it? And we talked. It was no big deal. But I told her, I said, if I love you and you buy me something, I want you to know if I like it. Because if you thought enough to do that, I don't want you to do it again and be wasting your money. No, that was good. I don't think you were wrong. Okay, cool. Because I would want somebody to do that for me, because just because I like something, that don't mean you're going to like it. So I don't want you to let me waste my money and then you giving it to somebody else or doing something or donating it because you don't like it. And then my money is wasted when I could have just took the money and let it fly in the air. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like I need to tell you. I don't think it's wrong. That's the exact reason why I started giving gift cards and not choosing things. I am a gift card queen. Baby birthdays, here go $25. Your birthday, you invite me, here go $50. Housewarming, here go $50 or whatever. Yeah, I'm not, I try not to buy people things, because I feel like you giving a gift card, they can get whatever they want. I feel like that's the best gift ever. I don't think it's wrong. No, it was good. I don't think, yeah. Can I ask you a question? You can ask me a question. I don't know if I can answer it, but you can ask. So yeah, so Roxy, that's what I did. And I felt good about it. When I tell you it bothered me all day long, I wanted to call this person and I didn't hear from them. It was like, well, I think you, it said it delivered. Did you get it? And I was like, babe, I got to say something. And he was like, well, I wouldn't. He was like, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I said, but don't you think it would be more hurtful if that person didn't see that thing in my house, or I just give it away? Even though they wouldn't know, I'm just not that type of person. And he was like, yeah, true. So I was like, I'm just going to call her and I'm going to tell her. So she was so cool about it. She was so cool about it. And that made me feel so good. I just feel like that's being real. You know what I mean? I don't want her wasting her money on me. I don't want her wasting her money on me for something that I won't utilize. That's what I mean. Come on, ask your question, Cherie. Right? If I were on the other end, I would appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so because I promise you, Roxy, I was like, you know what? I don't like this. I didn't know what to say. What can I do with it? You know, I did not know what to say. And when I told her, I felt bad, but she was just like, girl, okay, cool. My whole family decided to give me a Christmas present, which was the family secret to tell me my father, what? My father's dead, and the man I've been calling father is not my father. Where do I go? Oh my gosh, y'all can chime in and help me on this one. Wow. Well, you know what? The man that you call your father is your dad. I'm sorry that you had to go through this, but he is your dad, because if that's who you call father, that means that he's basically the one that took on that responsibility to be there for you in that manner. So yes, be thankful that you have him. Be thankful that you have him. You can't do anything about your father that passed. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not your fault. They were really rude and evil. That is evil to give you that information on Christmas at such a time. That is very rude. But what I can say is just steer clear of family, relatives. I say relatives. And I got to stop saying family and relatives, because I think that family is about love and caring and not selfishness, or not trying to see what they can get from you and how they can benefit from you, and they only come around when they want, or they only come around if you got something for them. Those are relatives. Family is different, and you can create your own family. Sometimes you have to pull back. They are not the same anymore. They are not, girl. They are not. I would say remove myself from them, because if they were able to do that to you on Christmas, they don't have love for you. And if a person don't have love for me, what we say about 2018, y'all, we're not taking toxic people with us. So if that's the case, next holiday, I would not be in their presence. I would enjoy myself with someone that I love and someone who loves me, because that right there is evil for them to even do at such a time. They could have told you that any other time, but on a holiday. But you have a father. You have a father. And if they never told you that, you would never know. You get what I'm saying? So if you were fine and content with that guy who raised you, stand up man, that's your pops. That's who you know is your pops. You can't, and it's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up for it. You cannot do nothing about somebody that didn't want to step up and take his place as your father. You didn't meet him. You don't know him. Not saying, and I'm not trying to just throw it, away, but think about it that way. You can't feel bad. You can't miss what you never had. It hurts to know that what you have is not what you thought it was. Well, it is. It is your dad, but it's not the biological. That right there can be hurtful. But no why am I tongue tied? What she just said. No toxic people. No toxic people in 2008. No. The kind of guy you didn't want to be around. I'm not sure why they did tell you about him, but relatives or not family, I totally agree. Exactly. The man who you call father is your dad. Yes. They said it was important that I knew, because the man I'm dating might be my brother. They're not for sure. You know what? You have to find that out. If you need to know this, you need to find out with your guy that you're dating. You need to find out if that is a relative. And that's something that you're going to have to internalize if it is, and remove yourself or whatever. I can't tell you what to do. You can go and get a DNA test. You and him can go and get DNA tests to see if you guys have the same. What is it, guys? You and him can go and find out if you guys are brothers and sisters by a DNA test. I think it is, because you always hear DNA test when it's a sibling. I mean, a parent to a child. But you can get a DNA test for your brother as well. You guys need to do a DNA test, honey bun. You can do a DNA test through Ancestry and see what matches come up, or if a family member knows who he is, you can have one. The reason why they told me this is because we got the same features. Oh my gosh. So is there does the guy who that's passed and deceased, does he live in your area? If so, can you find other family members like your grandmother or his sisters or his siblings or anybody else that can possibly tell you about some of the women he may have had children with, or some of the women he was with or something? I would start doing some research. I never met him. I don't even know his name. Well, you know what? All you're going to have to do is get a DNA test with the guy that you're with. That's the only thing you can do. All you can do is get a DNA test. That's it. Because you have nowhere to start. You have nowhere to go. He died when I was 3 months. Wow. And they waited this long to tell you that. They are being evil. They may not even be telling the truth. They might, you know what? I would get a DNA test just to be on the safe side, but they might not be happy for you and don't want to see you dating and trying to ruin what you have going on, because that's just too long. Because if I do recall, you're an older lady, right? You're an older woman. So I just think this kind of funny for them to come and tell you all these years later. Roxy, aren't you thinking the same thing? Well, my auntie said she begged my mama to tell me, begged your mother to tell you, and my mother said she couldn't tell me, so she died with the secret. Wow. Wow. Do the DNA test, babe. Your life has been fine before you found this out. Knowing that he's passed is no different from knowing that he's passed. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he wasn't in your life. He did not do nothing for you. So that was so long ago, and you were 3 months. That's many years ago. Just find out if this guy is your sibling. That's all you need to do right now. And all that extra, I would not even be bothered with the family members that decided to tell you this right now. I would not, because I just feel like something ain't right. Just like Roxy said, yeah, something is not right. This is too long for them to come and just say something all of a sudden. You haven't even told the dude I'm dating, so I'm working on how to tell him the secret. Well, I mean, what is it to him that your father's dead? That's something you have to deal with it. But the secret about you guys may be siblings, that shouldn't be a bad thing to tell him the truth, because y'all need to know so that y'all don't, move further being siblings. Tell him jokingly and see if he'll be willing to do an ancestry test. That could be a way, because it might be his father too is too much in common. Well, where's his mama? If you can get in touch with his mom, if you're close to him like that, and just have a conversation with him, trying to find out more about him and his dad, well, where's his dad? How's his dad? I would like to meet him, or whatever, however you can do. Because she might say, well, his dad died years ago. If that's the case, then you're onto something. What does he know about his dad? Have you talked to him to get any information? Girl, we on the same page. We're on the same page. Yes. Talk to him about his dad. Talk to him about his father. Talk to him about, or if you can get in touch with his mom. She's on drugs. We have the same birthmark and the same spot. Girl. You have to get a DNA test. That's it. That's all. You have to get a DNA test. And you need to tell him, like Roxy said, joke around with it and say, hey, we might be siblings or whatever. What if we were siblings? Because yeah, that's not just a regular coincidence that you guys have the same features. Growing with the greens, yeah, I'm like, yeah. And you guys have a birthmark in the same spot. Collect as much information from your family as you can before you keep your distance. Exactly. True. Yes, that's not a secret. Came out. He came over my house and she looked at his hand and he started crying. Who looked at who hand and who started crying? I'm confused. That's not a secret. Came out. So y'all birthmarks are on your hand? And his mom seen yours too when she started crying? Like, wait, who told y'all this, who seen? My aunt looked at my boyfriend. The aunt that told your mother to tell the truth? Is that the aunt you're talking about? So wait, then if that's the case, your aunt should know. I'm thinking the birthmark, growing with the greens. I'm thinking the birthmark. If I'm not mistaken. Cherie, clarify that. But the aunt that said that she tried to tell your mom to tell you when you were younger, if she's still alive, then maybe she know more than you think she know. Because if she knew enough to know that your mom was telling you that this wasn't your dad, but she knew who your real dad is, maybe definitely get more information. I think she know a lot more. The birthmark is on his hand, which is on my hand, and she began to cry. She said, that's your brother. Is this the aunt? Is this the same aunt? That's what I said. Yeah. And who signed your birth certificate? All these things, hope you writing them down, because I think we're all helping you try to figure out how you can figure this thing out, because that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy that they're telling you this. It's crazy that this guy that you happen. So it has to be that you're still in the town that you grew up in when you were younger, right? Am I right? Yes, but my auntie has Alzheimer's. My birth certificate was never signed. So when did your aunt tell you about she wanting your mom? How did she remember that part? She has Alzheimer's, but she told you that she told your mom years ago to tell you, but your mom didn't want to tell you, and she just now telling you this. She remembered this during I'm confused. I'm confused. Roxy, I am Roxy Rocks. I think she does know more than she's telling, but she's saying that she has Alzheimer's. So where does she go from here? But baby, and don't think I'm jugging you, but if you're a woman of a certain age and you've been blessed thus far, that's what I'm saying. I said just continue to live your life unless you really want to make sure this guy is not your sibling. Other than that, you're not missing nothing you never had. When I bought my boyfriend in the house, she got the shakes and she looked at the boy in his eyes and said, "That's your brother." She know more than she's saying. You don't just tell somebody that's some. And if this man died so many years ago, was he born before? Was the brother born before you? Because you said your father died at when you were 3 months. How did she meet your brother? And is this guy way older than you? He has to be, because a baby's features change so much from baby to now. So I'm kind of confused. She said it's features. Right. He looks just like my father. Okay. Oh. Yeah, but how you know your father didn't have siblings, brothers who have, because I know people who are brothers who have kids or sisters who have kids and they kids be looking like each other. And you would think that that child belonged to this person or that person when it wouldn't be. So that just because he looks like somebody does not necessarily mean that. So I can say that, but the birthmark thing is kind of weird. But does that birthmark run in the family? Did your father have that birthmark, and did your father's sibling have it, or did your father's parents have that birthmark? A lot of kids look like mine, but his brother looks just like him. He may be kin, but I don't know. That's true. One of the strong features that my boyfriend has is a mole over his body, and he was only one of his family with the moles on his body, which my boyfriend has moles all over his body. Nobody in my family has this birthmark. DNA test. DNA test, because this is something that's really fishy going on. And yeah. So your aunt with Alzheimer's remembered the features of your dad. Like she has, because I know sometimes when people have that disease, they can't remember a lot of stuff. So she remembers your father. And was your mom and dad in a serious relationship? Because it seems like your aunt knows a lot about your dad. For this man that raised you to be called your dad, and you not know that your real dad wasn't who you thought he was, it's kind of weird. Like, or they remember really random things and get confused often. Exactly. Nobody in my family. I would just say, you can't do nothing about, can you give me my food? You can't do nothing about the man that was saying was my father. He knew he was the guy that was there as your dad knew that the other guy was your daddy. Is that what you're saying? Don't drag that. They should have just left that secret where it was. Yeah, because it's just too much. It's too much. I need my charger, my phone going. Yeah, it's too much. My food done got cold, but yeah. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And I would say this, don't wreck your brain. Don't wreck your brain. Don't go through all that. And obviously, when your father died, they felt it was best for you not to know and not to go there. And he raised you as your dad, as the dad of you. Don't wreck your brain, but just find out what if this guy is your brother. That's it. Well, the scary part about it, guys, is it's kind of good, but it's kind of bad, because You don't want to be having intercourse with your sibling and end up having a baby or something. The baby is deformed. So it's kind of good. Wait, Rizzy. For her to know that. I'm not sure how old you are, Shiri, but you would want to know if that's your sibling. You don't want to have a baby by your sibling because those babies come out with a lot of issues and a lot of problems, and that wouldn't be fair. So that may be the best part about it, is to find out if that is your brother or not. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm so sorry. My husband brought me my food and it's cold. But yeah, find out if that's your brother. Plugging it for me. Find out if it's your brother and go from there. It's sad that that happened. It's sad that they're just now telling you. And how did all these people know this but you? That it just doesn't, it's just crazy. How did all these people know this but you? You didn't know this. Everybody else knew this except for you. That just doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Just the USB in there? My mother said never to speak of it. Your mother said never to speak of what? I thought you just found out. I'm confused. I'm confused. I thought you said that your family just told you. Right. But I thought you said your family just told you that the guy that was fathering you wasn't your father and your real father is dead. Your mom is alive. She said never to speak of what just happened. Your mother is dead. So they wanted until she passed to disrespect. Oh, your mother told the family never to speak. Okay, I got it. Yes. Okay. Because she didn't want to ruin you. She didn't want to ruin you at a young age. You're grown now, and he wasn't there. Who knows what happened to your dad, your biological dad, but at least you did have a dad that raised you. And it's so sad that they waited, like she said, for your mom to pass. And when I got my new boyfriend and decided the addition to the family, my aunt had the shakes. I'm sorry, girl. This is just wild. You got to get that DNA test and go from there. That's it. That's it. You have to. It's too much, too many things that's pointing in a direction that this may definitely be your brother. And like I said, you definitely don't want to pursue a relationship like that with a brother, with a sibling. So, like everybody's saying, just go get the DNA test. That's it. Just go get the DNA test. But I know who I need to go talk to. And I think I haven't talked to him in a while, but I know they got information. Closure is a must. Definitely get the DNA test done. How long have you been with the boyfriend? Yeah, how long have you been with him? And she says she knows somebody that she needs to go talk to that may have more information. Y'all, these are the real chicken wings that don't have all the steroids. Y'all remember the chicken wings used to be this size back in the day? Now they like this big. She do need some answers ASAP. And I will go talk to him. Is that person that you know you can go talk to 4 years, and this Christmas I decided to introduce them to the family. And immediately my aunt wanted the shakes. Here, you got a piece. I think your aunt knows more than she's telling you. Because for her to shake, why is she shaking? She didn't have sex with him. It's not her, I know you're her niece, and I know she know what happened, but for her to go into the shakes when she seen him, Could she not talk? Is that why she shook? Is that her way of responding to something for you guys to get her attention that something is bothering her or something? Like, why would she go into the shakes? Could she talk? Yes, what? Yes, she could talk, or yes, I don't. Because we all sitting here like, is this the aunt that has the Alzheimer's? She can't talk. Yes, this, okay. That's what I'm figuring. I'm like, she must can't talk. Because I know they usually shake or do something when something bothers them emotionally or they're surprised or something like that. So, when she went into the shakes and she can't talk, who was the one that told you? Because you said that she said when she looked at the hand and seeing your hand or whatever, it made her go into the shakes. So, who was the one that confirmed this is your brother then? So, who said... See, that's what I... See, Roxy, me and you on the same page. So, who said this is your brother? If she can't talk. I'm confused. No. I was going to say, because she said it was multiple family members, but I think growing with the Greens and Roxy, we all like this. Yeah. When he came in the house, her daughter looked at him, and when it got her mother, and usually when she came out of the room, she grabbed his hand. Huh? So this was all on Christmas? Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I just thought about something. Okay. I know you said that they waited till Christmas to tell you something that was a family secret or whatever. Not a family secret, but a secret. So, you said they. Who are they? Was it the mother and the daughter? The mother with the Alzheimer's and the daughter? They knew, so the mother had told her daughter. I'm confused. Okay, so the daughter already knew from her mom. So are these the two people that waited till Christmas to tell you that your real dad was deceased and the dad that you thought was your father is not your real biological father? Is that what you're saying? I'm waiting because they've been asking me to bring him around. But I wouldn't do it because I know how my family is. So my aunt said, can you please bring him over for Christmas? So I did that. Okay. But growing with the Greens, the father that's deceased is supposed to be a sibling of hers. I mean, the guy she's dating is supposed to be a sibling of hers, according to her aunt. And the father that's deceased is supposed to be fathering both of them. But I'm just trying to figure it. Well, how did she ask you to bring him if she can't talk? Okay, so I'm glad somebody else said it, because I'm confused. I'm confused. And if she never met him before, why were they so gung-ho to meet him? How did they even know who he was? What I'm trying to do is go on her photo album because I know he got moles all over his body. I'm thinking he's in the photo album, but she won't give it to me. Your aunt's photo album? I'm sorry, y'all. Your aunt's photo album? So, why would your aunt have photos with him? That's why I'm thinking it's something different. Why would she keep a picture of your dad that's deceased son? And if your mama had you at 3 months, there's no way possible if he died that he could have had the son after. So the son would have been before you. And if the son was before you, that means it was a woman before your mother. And I'm pretty sure the woman and your mama didn't get along. And if they did, how is your aunt so engulfed in the relationship and know so much about that son in his life or his family? Like, that doesn't make sense. Because my mama was dating him and because my family is known to take pictures. So dating you talking about you trying to get pictures of your dad. So I know for a fact he's in the book because it's locked up in my room or in her room. It's locked up in your room. She will never let me touch that full album. Who's your dad? Or your boyfriend brother? The dad is dead, Growing with the Greens. The dad is dead. And the boyfriend is who she's with now that they're saying is her or your boyfriend brother. I get it. That might have sounded insensitive. Didn't mean, you know what? And I understood exactly what you meant. But hold on. Why is this? Rizzy, come here, babe. Babe, I don't think this is charging it. Let me see something. Trust me, my nerves are rattled, so don't worry. Unless what? Unless what? I don't think this charging, babe. I didn't hear it do anything. Push it in some more. Okay. So you believe your father pictures are in that book. And I want to know unless what? Black Shino? No. I don't know. Get my black one. My black one is plugged up by my bed. Because it's still seeing low battery. You don't think your mom would have got rid of pictures if she was trying to keep a secret? I'm trying to figure out, so were your mom and your deceased biological dad in a relationship? And then she started dating somebody else? Oh, your aunt holds onto the photo album like it's worth some money? Well, basically, like it was money. Good question. What did she say? You don't think your mom would have got rid of pictures? Exactly. That's why I'm thinking that aunt. Something ain't right. I was about to say something that wasn't right. I shouldn't. I'm like, unless your aunt is your mom and she know. I don't know. Because it's like, did your dad know that he wasn't? She said the guy that was around as her dad knew that her dad was dead. Unless the whole thing is... Oh my gosh. I love when I'm not the only one thinking certain things. Night, Rizzy. Baby, I don't need you to keep leaving me. I don't know if it's charging, babe. Okay. Help it. I can't ignore... Is it charging? Well, thank you. Oh, it's real. It just sounds really far-fetched. Like something is not adding up. What are you guys talking about? Please catch me up. Okay. Cherie Nicole. We was talking about family and not caring about how they treat you and they do things that hurt you and they just don't care. It's all about them and their benefit. So one of my subscribers said that they were told by their family that their real dad is deceased and died when they were 3 months old and they are 37 now. Then they also said that the family members told them the guy that's been, raising her is not her real dad. Also telling her that the guy that she's dating is possibly her brother by her biological dad. That's where we at right now. And we all are all over the place. We not understanding because she's telling us that the aunt told her because of a mole she had on her hand, a mole that the guy that she's dating had on her hand, that they were brothers and sisters. So we told her to get a DNA test. You can't really get mad about someone you never knew, which is her dad. But she says that the aunt seen his mole and seen her mole on the same spot on their hands and started to shake, which has Alzheimer's. She can't talk. And she started to shake, so we wondered why would she shake? And they said because she said that was her brother. Yeah, I'm dealing with patchwork too, and all I want is the truth. So basically, I just told her all you could do right now is get a DNA test. That's it. That's it. You've got to get that DNA test. And honestly, there is probably a way to get a DNA from your deceased father too, if you really need to know. If you really need to nowadays. This is a lot for somebody to carry. I hope you find peace in all of this. Yes, yes, yeah. My brain is on overload right now. But this food is good. I don't know my deceased father's name. Or just get one from the guy you're with. That's it. Because it's a lot. You have to try to piece that together, girl. All I can say is, don't cry over spilt milk. Move on with your life. Just make sure that this guy is not your sibling. Because you don't want to have kids by somebody who's your sibling. And just move on with life. Trust me, I know it's a lie. I can't even go to sleep because I'm trying to make sure I'm listening. I'm not a therapist. I can only give you my opinion as well as the others that has given opinions. But the DNA test is like the #1 answer to all of it. Yeah, do not lose sleep over it. You can't, because this exists before you found out. You see what I'm saying? And you still was able to live life and maintain and keep going. So continue living your life, but make sure you do what you can to get a DNA test. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You know what? Guys, sorry. Can't she get a DNA test? One of those where you do a child to a parent, son to her, and swab his mouth and her mouth, or get some of his saliva and send it off just to see if they, on her own, if he won't do it. I don't know. I'm just thinking of ways she could do it on her own. This thing is still saying my battery is low. I don't know why. So, well, that was interesting. And I'm getting ready to log off. My brain is full right now. His toothbrush. He said you could get his toothbrush and take that, I guess, and get DNA off of it. I don't know. Yeah, please like the live. Everybody that's on here, please thumbs up the live. It's 14 of us, so please get this live to 14 likes for who's already on here. Oh, pull a piece of hair. No problem. I hope you find the answers you seek and find peace. And yes, me too. Me too. Because that's complicated. That is really complicated. Thumbs up already. Thank you. Oh, I see 12. There's 2 people that didn't thumbs up. Oh, I see 13. I see 13. 15. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tasha, is that how you say your name? Tasha? Make sure you inbox me or email me at CPR4TheBody. My link. Email me at CPR4TheBody@gmail.com. Email me down there, and I'll get right back to you. All right, Rebecca. I will see you guys later. I need to go get these clothes off, wash my face, get in the shower, get my life together, and find me some movies to watch on TV. All right, guys. I love you guys. And remember, stick to your script because you are the best at it. Hey, y'all. You all see how you gonna come in late like that? Miss everything. It's gonna be up. I'm not gonna take it down. Good night. See you later, Growing with the Greens. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.